If Iran's strategy was to dominate the region through fear and proxies, it worked for a while. From Beirut to Baghdad, from Sana'a to Damascus, the Iranian regime built a web of militias, political parties, and armed movements that gave it incredible reach across the Middle East. This so-called axis of resistance was more than just rhetoric, it was real. And for decades, it worked as a buffer against Western pressure and Sunni rivals. But today, that axis is cracking, and Iran is being quietly but decisively pushed to the margins of the very region it once tried to control. Let's start with Iraq, once Iran's most valuable prize after the US invasion. Today, Iraqi leaders are walking a tightrope. Yes, Tehran still has influence, especially through its militias. But Iraq's government is increasingly focused on sovereignty, stability, and distance from Iran's chaos. Baghdad is signing deals with the US and Gulf states. It's investing in infrastructure. It's trying to avoid being dragged into Iran's next confrontation with Israel or the West. Even Shiite populations in Iraq, once considered natural allies, are showing signs of fatigue. They don't want to become another battleground for Tehran's survival. Then there's the Gulf states. Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain. After years of tension, these countries are de-escalating, but not out of trust. They're doing it out of strategy. Saudi Arabia's deal with Iran, brokered by China, wasn't a reconciliation. It was a containment strategy. Riyadh wants stability to focus on Vision 2030. It doesn't want war, but it also doesn't want Iran dictating the region's future. That's why Saudi Arabia is strengthening ties with Israel, hosting American troops, and modernizing its own military with US and European help. Make no mistake, the Gulf is hedging against Iran, not embracing it. And Iran knows it. Even within Syria and Lebanon, Iran's longtime strongholds, things that are shifting. In Lebanon, Hezbollah's grip is still strong, but the economic collapse and political gridlock are making the group more of a liability than a symbol of power. Across the region, Iran's proxies are struggling to govern, failing to deliver, and losing legitimacy. And that means Iran's regional strategy, built on exporting revolution and projecting dominance, is no longer sustainable. A new Middle East is forming. It's more pragmatic, less ideological, more open to business and cooperation with the West, especially the US. And Iran is stuck in the 1990s mindset. They're still fighting yesterday's battles, still clinging to alliances that no longer yield results. Its enemies have adapted, its neighbors have moved on, and even its allies are growing tired. This isn't just diplomatic isolation, it's irrelevance creeping in. And for a regime built on fear, defiance, and the illusion of regional supremacy, irrelevance is the beginning of the end.